First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. No gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
And the big fella stuffed that one out in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On first down, it's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. It's Herbert. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 7 yards there and a first down. The Lions had 1-7 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense for the Bears, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit him 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Just dropping a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws has him huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Lions nothing.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They're going to look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they get to it after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, part of the defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it up. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Throwing again on 2nd down, and this time it's incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covering up essentially every blade on the grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Herbert. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing who got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
first down. Justin Herbert going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to keep this again. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the other end. That's going to go down as a loss of 5. And it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They run out of the gun with Swift, and he stopped immediately there. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 41 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jason Jason Sanders set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
Got his man. It's Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. But my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 4. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
On gain of 6. That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurt! Right there, hurt! Hurt! 3, go!
On the option to give to Swift here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tiger.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll drop this one off to Swift. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right. Trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Herbert now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, and he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. There's Evans again, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for the end. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to claw one back. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Lions 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Bears. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49. Lions 14. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good. Lions first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And the Lions first down.
They'll drop to throw. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet with career touchdown number 70. And the Bears are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Lions 14. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robbie Anderson, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
This one is caught. It's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Second down and 8.
At the 16-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Hey, smash Broncos! Pat the street! Pat the street!
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Go, Reed! Go!
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. With just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Bears on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be a tough third and 18.
They're firing a deep ball for Komet.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the tight end goes in motion left.
18 runners.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And now here is another interception. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball. But they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Well, fans usually love to see